I've been experimenting with virtual reality lately, and I got this HP Reverb G2 headset, which is great for engineers like me. And what's the main benefit of using virtual reality in civil engineering? Well, as an acoustician, I'm not that familiar with looking at drawings as my wife, for instance. She's a structural engineer, so she does drawings all day long back and forth, so she knows it like it's no problem for her. But for me, drawings aren't that intuitive because we don't do it as much as a structural engineer, for instance. But for me, it's very interesting to get the feeling of the room scale. And that is something that I have always found to be very, very difficult when you're looking at a 2D drawing or a 3D representation, a 3D model on the screen that you just look. It's somewhat better, of course, to understand the building if it's in 3D. But you still don't get that sense of scale, because every single project that I've been working with, I had this mental image of what it's gonna look and sound like, and every single time when I get out in the field, it's like, oh, so this is what it looks like. It's not what I thought. However, with this, now I can get that feeling right here by my desk. I can get the feeling and I understand what's the building, how does it look? What's the scale? How large is this room? And that is something that is, it's like the soft, it's the art, aesthetic aspect of being an acoustician. We're both engineers and artists. It's like in the border zone between art and science. Then you get acoustics. So you need some kind of both of them. And some of my work is based on gut feeling, because you cannot put numbers on everything when you're talking about human perception. And that's where these ones really, really shine. So I can get that gut feeling that I cannot get from a drawing. But enter the 3D model and you move around with these ones, and you can just, especially when you're working with installations and you try to track, is it going to be some noise problems from these water, spill water pipes from the toilets and stuff like that? If there's bending and if they're going in some place where it's... I just finished a project that was kind of a nightmare to review, because it was like the bottom floor was premises, and then you had dwellings, multi-story dwellings, many stories on top. And all the installations from both these come together in one floor level where there's the premises. And you can imagine how crowded it is with installations above the suspended ceiling. And then we try to find sound insulation and noise from installation requirements and fulfill them. It was very, very complex. And I was reviewing that whole project using my VR goggles. And honestly, I don't really know how I would have been able to review it as effectively without these. And that was a wonderful feeling. So I'm really looking forward to the future as an engineer, because it's also a lot of fun with this. Just beware of motion sickness. It takes some time to get used to it. If you're flying around with the sticks and just moving this one forward and you go like Superman, you can easily get some motion sickness. So it's better to use the teleport feature, I've noticed. Or you can use these ones like when you're climbing a ladder, you just grab and you pull yourself like this. And that feels to me quite intuitive. It feels just like when you're climbing a ladder and then you're moving in the 3D space in the same way, and then you can complete with some teleport motions and stuff like that. You'll get used to it. It's very intuitive. I'm using a software called VREX, which I like a lot. I definitely should try to set up my rig here so I could do some recordings in VR space and show you guys what it looks like. So hopefully we can do virtual site visits together very soon. You just need a pair of goggles and you're good to go. And in today's video, I'm wearing the strangest outfit so far, because I just put this one on my head and it looks really strange. But I pair it with a shirt And I highly recommend that you at least wear a shirt every day, even if you're working from home, because it sets you in a different mood. It's easier to do good work if you feel like you got your business attire, your engineer uniform like this. And then now, as soon as I leave work, I get out of this and enter the dad clothes, and then I get into a different mindset, and my life just works so much better. See ya.